Some XRP holders are worried about RLUSD's growing popularity and that RLUSD could eventually replace XRP. I want to tell you that that's not true. I put together some key updates from insiders, from developers, and David Schwartz saying that RLUSD's growth is not only good for XRP, but it'll also help price here down the line. So let's get into this information. I'll give you everything I got. The biggest misconception of the retail crowd is thinking that XRP will be sidelined once RLUSD is used. However, on a financial engineering level, the reality is quite the opposite. Multi-asset pools, multi-asset architecture. Not only RLUSD and bonds will circulate on the ledger, digital euro, digital yen, and thousands of different real-world tokens, real-world asset tokens will be issued, creating direct pools between these individual asset fragments liquidity. Universal Bridge Asset XRP is always the main protagonist and the common liquidity hub, aka North Star, where all paths connect in this real-world asset ecosystem. The value transitions between different networks, different real-world assets, or stablecoins is provided through the on-demand liquidity Ripple payments mechanism, where XRP is used as the bridge asset through AMM liquidity pools. Background consumption, gas, and reserves. Due to the real-world asset tokenization, every single trust line open on the network, every AMM pool offer made, and billions of microtransactions executed will directly lock XRP and burn XRP as gas fees by the protocol are required. The real-world asset tokenization of RLUSD is the regulated digital money used by institutions when transactioning, whereas XRP is the core financial pipeline and collateral commodity upon which that money, bonds, and global real-world asset pools circulate, trade, and connect. Real-world asset tokenization is directly related to both RLUSD and XRP. However, their roles in the ecosystem represent different layers of the financial architecture. The system does not operate on mutual exclusion, but rather functions like a wheel where they complement each other. And so I wanted to show you this from Wrath Economin. Big fan of this explanation. And so nice interview of Ripple's Marcus Infanger. They asked good questions and he offered good answers. It says, once stablecoins become popular, will XRP as a bridge asset become unnecessary? How do users use XRP and RLUSD differently? And this is what Marcus Infanger from Ripple said. Infanger, I don't think so. Rather the opposite. RLUSD increases choice and redundancy, not replaces XRP. Ripple's payment products already use XRP, and the inclusion of RLUSD will enable more payment use cases. In addition, the trading of XRP with high-quality financial assets like RLUSD provides liquidity to the entire XRP ecosystem, is a gas token in the XRPL, and it also serves as a bridge between illiquid assets. See the expansion of RLUSD working in the direction of boosting XRP's liquidity and opportunities rather than replacing it. You also had this great explanation by Jack McDonald, he's the Senior Vice President of RLUSD.
About how stable coins and XRP coexist inside Ripple's ecosystem. And this is actually something I'm very curious about as well.
So, and we spent a lot of time, as you might imagine, thinking about this. You can think of XRP, the token, as the native gas token on the XRP ledger in the same way that Bitcoin is to the Bitcoin ledger, BTC or ETH is to the Ethereum ledger. So every activity that happens on the XRP ledger, every transaction, every movement of value requires a gas token. Now, it's significantly less expensive to do business, if you will, or to have activity on the XRP ledger vis-a-vis Ethereum or other chains. But there is still, a fraction of a penny gas token that's used to prevent spam on the ledger, et cetera, where XRP is used. And that's the way it was designed, as any chain has a native token to it. The reality is, in the payments business, there are certain customers who are either precluded from a doctrine, a law, or a common practice that they can't touch crypto. So stablecoins have been adopted by some in payments. We, I think, embrace that optionality for customers. And so having both a stablecoin and the XRP token to be used as a bridge asset makes sense, and it really gives the customer choice. I will add that every time we use the stablecoin on the ledger, behind the scenes, there is utility being driven for that XRP token. So it's being used, it's just abstracted away, if you will, when there's a stable coin used, just like our stable coin is available on the Ethereum ledger. And so if somebody wants to
Remember, right now, stable coins are legal here in the United States, and crypto is still kind of in this gray area. And so at one time, Ripple was minting 20% of USDC. Ripple decided, hey, we understand the way regulation is going, especially here in the United States, that stable coins will go first before the broader crypto industry. And so they wanted to make sure that they had their own product to offer instead of using the competitor's product, which was USDC Circle. And of course, David Schwartz has chimed in on this. The Finance Bill did post this. They said XRP is now useless because of RLUSD. Here's the truth. Former Ripple CTO David Schwartz says RLUSD brings large, credible flows onto the XRP ledger, and these flows structurally benefit XRP. But here's what most missed. RLUSD doesn't replace XRP, it amplifies it. More liquidity, more routes, more burns. Every stablecoin trade silently fuels demand for the bridge asset. The world is about to discover that utility isn't a white paper, it's the flow. The XRP price may be slowly going down, but the rails are being built. Strong hands don't wait for confirmation, they move before it.
The launch of Ripple stablecoin benefits the broader XRP Ledger ecosystem, driving more use cases and opportunities for developers. While XRP is the native currency on the ledger, it was built to support any type of asset, crypto or fiat, issued to trade on the DEX. Bringing more credible assets on the DEX, like RLUSD, drives direct and indirect benefits. For example, it drives more trading volume, which natively uses XRP as a bridge asset through auto-bridging and generally benefits users, developers, and apps. A unique feature of the XDEX is that auto-bridging utilizes XRP as the native currency to facilitate trades between any two assets on the ledger. It automatically considers XRP as an intermediary to find the most efficient trading route across assets. RLUSD and XRP will complement each other because of the inherent differences of the cryptocurrencies. For Ripple's proprietary payment products, XRP will continue to be used as a bridge currency. Given the speed, cost, and scalability, we see RLUSD being able to foster the growth of new on-chain applications like real-world asset tokenization, foreign exchange markets, and trade settlement. We're entering a growing market expected to see significant expansion, especially with stablecoins. Builders will certainly take advantage of the new opportunities presented by this ecosystem.
All right, that was a good breakdown and explanation. Crypto Eerie did provide this clip because there was a lot of conversation about RLUSD on X recently. As Vet said yesterday, the more assets brought to the ledger, the better. RLUSD is one of those assets that gives a critical on and off ramp to the ecosystem. It also boosts XRP liquidity, as Marcus Infanger points out in a recent Japan media interview. Listen to this.
Now, Ripple has a stablecoin. Is this something that the company as a whole are focusing on?
Well, I think the Ripple stablecoin, really was born on the back of our customers asking for it. So we know that stablecoins are fantastic in payment products, and we've built a global payments network that leverages the Ripple stablecoin. And secondly, we are the largest builder on the Ledger, and stablecoins are, a requirement from an on and off ramp perspective to be able to enter that ecosystem. And so we saw an opportunity beyond kind of use case driven, but also the opportunity to bring to market a most compliant stablecoin. And we've seen kind of significant traction from that stablecoin perspective, which is extremely exciting. Of course, we're still early, but we're exceptionally excited about how things are trending from that perspective.
All right. And also, Ripple is able to offer this product to other clients. They don't have to go out to another network and, let's say, get USDC. They can provide all of this directly. And then when they want to build other products, or they bring other products to market, like what they're doing with Hidden Road and G Treasury, that allows them to go to those clients that are already using, let's say, RLUSD for payments and say, hey, now we can add all of these additional features, and it just builds, more momentum, and it shows that Ripple really is the infrastructure leader out here in the crypto space. And so here is the post Crypto Eerie was just talking about. You have it completely wrong if you think issued assets on the XRP ledger like RLUSD or USDC are competition with XRP. The XRP ledger is a multi-asset ledger and itself a decentralized exchange. Predictable fees and aggregating liquidity via auto bridging. Sometimes a volatile asset like XRP is great if you want profit from a change of price. Equally, there are many cases where you don't want volatility, and stablecoins fill exactly that gap. That was a very Powerful comment. And then Panos below did have this response to this. So as you can see, linking this. And so Panos, who actually I just met and sat down with a few days ago, he's interested in coming on the channel and talking about the XRP Ledger and his products. If you guys want to see an interview between me and Panos, let me know down below. I'm interested to see what the community feedback would be on that. He says, reading all the comments here made me sad and realize that we are in worse position than I expected. Many people still have no idea what XRP and the XRP Ledger actually represent and what they were built for. It's 2026. Other chains have billions in liquidity, stablecoin, stocks, commodities, other real world assets, advanced DeFi protocols, lending, perps, and the XRPL ecosystem is still debating on if bringing more assets to the XRP Ledger is good for XRP. I've always called out the BS and I will do it once more. Many have been brainwashed by the scamfluencers and the YouTubers believing into nonsense theories, crazy price predictions, and whatever fake hopium they are giving them. That's a little spicy. I love it. It doesn't differentiate from other L1 coins. It's all about network effects. It's all about the internet of value, which still many people don't seem to get. No liquidity, quality assets, serious builders, consumer apps equals nothing significant happening for XRP. Price increase only comes from the demand, and to create sustainable demand for XRP, you need real liquidity, real apps with real activity that work for everyone, not just institutions and flashy news that offer nothing of importance to the network. I think this was very bold of him to come out and say, and I think it does speak to a larger issue that's going on with the XRP Ledger. We are seeing this DeFi explosion happening on other chains, but it's not quite happening here on the XRP Ledger. Why is that? Well, partly my belief here was the court case that kind of hung Ripple up for years, and developers really didn't want to bring their products to the XRP Ledger because they didn't know if XRP was going to survive in the US market, which is one of the largest markets in the world, hands down. And so now that we have made it past this very stressful point that really caused my hair to start turning gray, I blame the SEC there for that. We want to see more development happening. And right now we are kind of focused on what Ripple is doing with the GTCC, what Ripple is doing with the CME, what Ripple is doing with this, when we need to be focused on what developers can bring use cases to the XRP Ledger that drive demand, that drive value, and that drive more utility to this entire ecosystem. And so I thought that was very well put. And of course, I'd imagine that some videos that I made fall into this category, and I admit that at a point here that I'm probably the problem, because for a long time that, we had conversations just about $5 grand and 10 grand XRP. And looking back now, we probably should have just been talking about the facts and what was going on with the news. But there are still a lot of people out there that are still so hung up on these very high prices, and that's how they suck people in. And some people are never going to change from that, no matter what we do. Archie did put this out here. I did want to show you RLUSD is not replacing XRP. It's supercharging the North Star. Evernorth just dropped a nuke on the biggest FUD in the game. If RLUSD does what XRP was supposed to do, why do they still need XRP? They smashed it. Here's the signal breakdown for the army. XRP isn't a stablecoin. It's the swap kid, the neutral routing asset that makes every trade on the XRP ledger instant and efficient. RLUSD is the clean digital dollar, the juice box, perfect for dollar legs, but it can't route the entire ledger. Why? No single point of failure. RLUSD has an issuer. One bad day at the bank and everything freezes. XRP has a zero issuer, zero off switch. True neutrality. RLUSD, can be sanctioned or blacklisted. XRP settles for everyone, every jurisdiction, no middleman. Liquidity math. With hundreds of tokenized assets coming, you don't want 28 plus separate pools for 8 assets. You want one bridge asset in the middle. That's XRP. XRP equals the router. RLUSD equals the dollar leg. Together, they equal the infrastructure for the entire new on-chain economy. And Brad already told everyone exactly what was in this clip. XRP is and always will be the North Star. Everything else, including RLUSD, orbits around it. Everything Ripple is building, RLUSD included, orbits around XRP. And here is Bank XRP for the credit in the video.
I want every single person in the XRP family, the XRP army, to know that XRP is the North Star for Ripple. It's our purpose. When we think about what we're doing on Ripple payments or Ripple Prime or Ripple Treasury or custody or RLUSD, this is all focused on how we can drive utility, trust, and velocity or liquidity around XRP and the XRP ledger. So, things like Ripple payments on the DEX with permission domains, Ripple Prime using XRP for collateral and lending. Ripple Treasury, we kind of talked about, doing enabled payments around XRP and RLUSD within treasury management. These are all examples of where we are going to continue to make sure, as we think about Ripple as a platform company for financial infrastructure, that XRP is at the heartbeat of that.
I love that. That was a great clip there. And of course, David Schwartz has said time and time again, RLUSD will not replace XRP. I don't have the numbers in front of me, but I'm pretty sure XRP's use as a bridge in Ripple payments dwarfs every other asset. I think stablecoins win for the collateral use cases. Volatile collateral is annoying, and edge use cases, volatility, and on and off ramps is also annoying. For almost everything else, I think digital assets work better. Unless you're risk averse, you probably prefer to hold most top tier digital assets over cash. I also think that more use of the XRP ledger for real financial use cases will translate to more utility and value for XRP. Ledger for real financial use cases will translate to more utility and value for XRP. XRP has a privileged place on the XRP ledger, and it is not likely to get worked around as they say ETH has been. I thought that was very, very powerful as well. Guys, let me know what you think about all of this. Obviously, we could make this video 30 minutes if we really wanted to, but I feel like those are the key players. You heard from Brad, you heard from David Schwartz, you heard from Vet, who's a developer here in the XRP community. You heard from Panos, a lot of people that are building and being a part of this ecosystem for years. And they're telling you that XRP has a place, RLUSD has a place, but it all comes back here to XRP in the end. We want more development. We want more assets being deployed on the XRP ledger. We want more people. We want everything to happen. In order for that to happen, we all need to kind of focus on what's to come and stop having this argument. Is RLUSD going to replace XRP? Obviously, XRP will never be replaced. RLUSD is just adding value to the entire ecosystem here. All right. Thank you. Like, share, comment below. I really appreciate you. I love reading your guys' comments. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward. I'm also a little worried here too on the Panos clip, but hey, you know what? I can take it. All right. I'll see you guys.